Then today, you're putting coordinate grid or coordinate plane / grid notes. We're gonna take very brief notes today, just kind of finalize our information. Then, as long as y'all can listen, we are going to, I'm gonna explain how you are gonna set up your board, and then we're gonna head to the library and do it in there so we have more room. Alright, so the x-axis, blank number line in the coordinate system. What word goes there? And if you're not sure, you can look back at your notes. Cooper.
Horizontal.
Okay. For the y-axis, blank number line in the coordinate system. Corbin.
Vertical.
All right, and then the origin is the point that is located at what? Cooper.
Here.
Okay, the next part. It says points are located in reference to the blank and the blank. So think about how you plot a point. Which direction do you go first? Which direction do you go second? So that's kind of what we're filling in here, but obviously you're not going to, we'll see what we come up with. All right, what do you think?
Either the x-axis or also the horizontal way. Like you go horizontal.
So let's stay with the x-axis. Thank you. So let's stay with the x-axis. So we know that we go x first. So we go horizontal, we go left and right first, whichever our number is. And then the other one, Haley?
Y-axis.
The y-axis, which is where we go vertical. Here, there's a seat right next to Mason. Here. All right, the x and y axis separate the coordinate plane into 4 regions called what, Jeremiah?
Origins.
Quadrants. The blank is located at 0, 0, where the 2 axis blank. Anthony? Origin. And then what do the 2 axes do? Alexa? Intersect. Okay. Number 4, it says ordered pairs are always named what? Always named what? Jack?
Quarters?
Nope.
Point?
Nope. Michaela?
Plots?
Nope.
Oh, I know.
Cooper?
X-axis, Y-axis.
XY.
Oh, I thought you were like both of them together.
All right, bless you. The x coordinate tells you how far to go to the blank or the blank. Christian?
On the left, the right.
Okay, and then the y coordinate tells you how far to go to the blank or blank. Jackson?
Up or down.
Okay, the last part. So I want you to label the x, the y, the origin, and the quadrants. Remember, how are you supposed to label the quadrants? What are you supposed to use?
Roman numerals.
Please make sure you do that.
Can I put like
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, just write Q 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't have to write the whole word quadrant. Stand up when you're done. Nope, just the one on the left. What are they what?
Roman numerals.
I'm not exactly sure, but if I had to think, I would think they don't want to put like a number 1 or number 2. It might confuse you. Yeah, I mean,
Because it could be coordinates.
right. So maybe that's why, but I mean, personally, I don't know. But, I mean, if I had to think why, that would maybe be it, but I do not know, sir. All right. Upper right corner area, section, whatever you want to call it. What do we label that as? Ethan?
Q1.
So this is Q1. All right. Upper left section, what do we label that as? Raheem.
Q2.
All right, bottom left section, Brock.
Q3.
And obviously the last one is going to be Q4. All right, which one is our X? Which one is our X? Joseph.
In the one that goes left to right.
Yep, so this is our X. All right, which one is our Y? Cooper.
The vertical one.
Mhm. And then where is our origin located? Haley. Right in the middle. And remember that is always 0, 0. All right, now, on the right, you are plotting these 6 points. Plot them, stand up when you are finished. All right, so when you guys tell me how to plot a point today, I'm gonna plot the first one and show you like how I want you to tell me. So the first for A is 3, 4. So I want you to tell me I'm gonna go 3 to the right, 1, 2, 3, and 4 up. Okay? Don't just tell me go this way and then go down. All right, tell me how many in which direction. All right, so for B, Joseph.
You go left. So you start at origin, you go left 4 times.
Okay?
Then you go down 2 times.
Okay? All right, C, Haley.
In quadrant 2, you go 1 to the right and 3 up.
All right, Caleb.
So in quadrant 4, you go 2 to the right, and then down 2.
For E, Michaela.
You just go up.
So with 0, I don't go anywhere, left or right. I just say there. All right, so just go up 3 and 4F. Cooper.
Yeah, because you go 1, 2, you go 4 to the left, and then that's it. It's just 0.
Okay. All right, so this was just some notes that I feel like you guys Yes, we know it, but it's always good to just kind of have it in your face, easy, simple. This is this, this is this. So I want you to take this. You are turning it sideways and you are gluing it in. Do not glue it in like this and trim it. Don't do that. I'm asking you to glue it in this way for a reason.
Do you want us to fold it so it's not like hanging loose?
Let's just get it glued in first, baby.
Alright. This is just expensive.
Hunter, why are you not outside working on your Ames web?
Oh, I know you might go outside and look.
Right now.
Okay.
That's what you should have been doing.
Okay.
All right, then, yes, you're gonna fold it in so it is not hanging out of your notebook. Close your notebook, put it to the side, but don't put it away because you are going to need it. So at this point, you are wasting your battleship time because we're ready to move on to the battleship part. Okay, so in a perfect world, everything would be on for us to do this, but everything is not on these graphs that we're going to be, or these anchor charts we're going to be using. So, you need to listen carefully, and you're going to be working with one other person. Okay, so you're going to have a partner, obviously. When we get to the library, and you have your partner and your anchor chart and your yardstick. Yes, you're gonna get a yardstick. You need to find the middle of your entire graph. I will give you a hint. It is going to be, I already read it. 14. It's gonna be 14 to this line, 14 to that line, so your middle line technically is your middle. So you might wanna remember these numbers, just saying. Then, once you have your middle, this divides your partner's board to your board. You're going to get one of these makeshift shields. And this is kind of the hardest part about this whole thing, trying to figure out how this is going to work. So, you and your partner, essentially, once you are ready to play, this is going to be held one hand on each side. So one hand from you, one hand from your partner. You are going to put your blinders up so you can't look up over this, okay? You need to create your own coordinate grid on your side. Okay, that can be done before the blinder goes up, so that if you need help from your partner or whatever. But again, you need to count the lines and then put it in the middle. Count the lines, put it in the middle. What do you notice that is labeled on my coordinate grid on both sides? So the origin is labeled. What else is labeled? Christian.
The coordinates?
Nope. Not the coordinates, but the,
Oh, the order here.
no.
Oh.
River.
The X and Y.
The X and the Y. So the Y is labeled, the X is labeled. What else is labeled? Ethan.
Quadrant.
The quadrants. Now, this is where you're gonna need 2 markers. I don't care what colors you use, honestly, just 2 markers. So on your side, once you guys have agreed that this is what it's gonna look like for both sides of it, that's when your blinder goes up and you pick where you're putting your battleships. So you have a battleship, we're gonna do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So that's how big your battleships are. So you can go diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can go straight up and down. So that was 5. So 5, 4, 3, 2, no, 6, 5, 4, 3, and then
Yeah, because usually it's like
2.
just 5.
Those are your ships that you put your hand down and let me finish. Okay? Those are your ships. So your partner on the other side is going to do that. Now, the other color that you're going to take with you today is going to essentially be the place where you do your hits. All right? So like let's say I'm playing against River and River says he goes and then I go and I say, okay, -3, so 1, 2, 3, +2. And you're like, no. So then I'd be like, all right, that's a no. But then the next time he goes, he hits. So I take this original color and I color it in. If they sink your ship, you have to let them know, hey, you just sunk my 6th ship or whatever. If you want to like give them names and stuff, you can, but I'm not going to get that extensive. Yes.
Wouldn't that be a negative?
I don't know. I'm giving you an example. It's not going to be, I'm just trying to give you an example of like what you're doing. All right? So again, like you're simply labeling where you've like hit on their side. Because if this is a hit for you, then what do you know?
There's more around you.
Somewhere around it, there's more of that ship.
Yeah.
All right? Questions? Yes.
So we have to mark where they tried to hit us.
You don't have to. Like, I wouldn't be necessarily worried about where they're hitting.
Yeah.
I would be concerned about where I was hitting or not hitting. If you want to go and label your numbers, you can. But just know that means less time for you to play the game. But if that is going to help you, by all means, please do that. Okay? All right. What is the point of this? Is the point of this to play a game and be obnoxious and loud and just not get anything from it? Or is there an actual point to this? Ethan?
To learn quadrants, the X and Y axis, and points.
Yes. This, believe it or not, is you practicing how to plot points. So you don't, like, please do not just like, you need to say your X first and your Y second. Does that make sense? Like, you're not just saying 8, 12, 19, 22. Like, make it make sense. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
Remember last year in my 5th grade class we had done this with coordinate planes, and it had helped our class quite a bit because it had made more sense. Like in some of the fun they actually wanted to do it.
Awesome. Yes.
Well, like last year, me and my friend were playing on Battleship. He stacked all his ships.
Listen. He what?
So, like, he didn't play the game right, and he stacked up all the ships on top of each other, so he could hit them all.
So you either sank them all or you
ships
missed them all.
Yeah, I hit the first one, but they're all hidden under it.
playing against River last
Yeah, it was funny.
All right, so I'm going to take this anchor chart with us and I'm going to put it up in the library so that you can see it if you need to. Listen, you can bring your notebook if you need. If you don't need to, then don't worry about it. If you have markers, you can bring your own markers, or if you want to borrow 2 of my markers, you can.
So we can
Yes, just make sure that if you borrow more than that,
Oh, I want you to do it. I want the first one.
you're going to pick your partners. You're going to pick your partners. I don't, what do you mean, like looking at me sideways like you don't talk?